Hey everybody, this is Charlie from femaleorgasmsmastery.com. Today I want to tell you how to save your sex life. This is a must-watch video. Stay tuned for it. Alright, today we're talking about one of my favorite topics, and that's how to save your sexual relationships. And I mean when you're in a long-term relationship, of course. If you've been in a long-term relationship, you know what I'm talking about. When you get into those routine days where you feel like your sex life is going down, I have to tell you, there's ways to do it, but you need to be ready to accept certain things. And because many of us, we don't accept reality, and that's one of the biggest problems we have. And reality means understanding how the human body, the human mind works, even the human heart. If we understand that, everything is a lot easier. So, some things that you need to do in order to have a good long-term sexual life and that can last for many, many, many years. The first thing you need to know is if you love the person you want to be with. And this may sound a bit corny, maybe, I don't know, it may sound a bit simplistic, but you need to know. You need to know if you want to spend the rest of your life with that person. This is the most important thing. How do you know that? Well, I'm not going to tell you what you need to feel, how you feel things, or how you feel love. I can tell you what I feel, and to know if I love the person that I'm with, for me, is the fact that I choose that person every day, and I evaluate my relationship every day. And I feel every day that passes, I say, do I want to be with this person? And here I want you to take the sexual part out of it. Now we'll talk about sexuality later. Think about spending time with that person. Do you want to spend time with that person? You want to be with that person? You want to laugh with that person? You be her companion, his companion. You want to be with them all the time. Well, not all the time, but the rest of the time of your life. Okay? If you need to know if you really love to be with that person, that person is someone that's unique for you, that makes you laugh, that gives you most of the things that you need in life, and what you look for in a partner. And again, take away everything. Take away sex here. Here you were thinking about being a good father, being a good man or a good woman or a good mother, all those things. Take those things into account. And not only that, because those are sort of like, we think about those of duties. I'm talking about the person that he or she is. If you love to be with them, spending time with them, being out with them, having dinner with them, talking to them, laughing with them, watching a movie with them, all these things, this is what makes you love someone and deeply love someone. The only way that a good sexual relationship lasts for many, many years is if there's love and respect. If you have no love or you respect, it's very difficult to have that. Very, very difficult. You have to sort of like admire that person. And that's if that helps you to know if you love someone. The second thing that you need to know, and well, not to know, but you need to do, is acceptance. You need to accept the following. And if you don't do this, it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. You need to accept that your sexual relationship changes over time. It's not going to stay like it did the first 2 years. It's not going to happen. It will not happen. It does not happen. Even if people tell you, friends tell you, we have sex every day, we have the best sex life, it's not like that. It does not, it's impossible to have the same type of sexual relationship when you start, the first 2 years, where all your hormones are going crazy. You want to have sex all the time. You want to have sex everywhere. You're absolutely crazy. You have so much energy you don't believe. That happens when it happens, and that happens at the beginning. It will start to fade away. Some people fade away faster. Some people fade away with more time. But it will happen. It will happen. And you need to accept it. If you don't accept it, if you want to have this incredible, crazy, sort of like wild sex life all your life, don't go into a relationship, because it's not going to happen. It's impossible. Because the human body, the human mind, everything doesn't work like that. And that's the main reason. It's not because I don't want to, it's because it doesn't work like that. So accept that, and it's going to be easier. If you don't accept that, it's not going to happen. So make sure you accept it before you actually start thinking about having a long-term sexual life and recovering your sexual life if it's not there. This video is about if you want to save your sexual life. The next thing you need to do is have a vision of where you want your relationship to be. You need to have a vision of I want my relationship to be there in the next 10 days, in the next 10 years, sorry. I want my relationship to be here when I'm 20 years from now. Where do you want to be? How do you want your relationship to be? Do you want to have a nice, respectful, loving relationship where you respect your partner and that you actually have sex at that time, have kids, have grandchildren, and as a couple? You have that vision as a couple, and that includes sex, of course. Includes how you want your sexual life to be in 30 years. And this is a vision, okay? It will change. It will change with time. You do revise this vision, and you revise how you're doing every day. But you need to have that vision. Because if not, if there's no goal, if there's no like sort of where you want to be, and this is for everything in life, if you don't know where you want to be, what happens is you forget about doing the things that you do or you need to do to be there. And this is the next step. Once you have that vision, you need to start working on your relationship. And I know many people might not like what I'm saying now, but you need to work on your relationship. And this is the way it goes. If you don't work on your relationship, it will not happen. You will not get to that vision. And working means doing the things you need to do to be and get there. And that is the daily things. That is the saying I love you all the time, many times. Doing those small things, those surprises that make your life happier. Buying those flowers, taking your partner to dinner, taking them on a trip on surprise, doing a nice breakfast on a Tuesday, having sex somewhere where you don't expect to have. I'll talk about sex now. Those things you need to do, and you need to actually revise them all the time and say, hey, am I doing the right things? And question what you're doing if that's taking you to that goal. That's how you will actually get there. It's the only way. You see, many people go to these motivational speeches, and they go to these places where people speak, and they tell you, and they're great. They're very inspirational. You get out of there and you feel like you're floating and everything's going to be perfect in your life. And that's good. It's great if it sparks your desire. But that speech or that course you took is not going to get you there. It's what you do after that course what takes you there. You see, if you buy a plant, it's very nice when you buy it. It's beautiful, it's green, it's fantastic. You know what happens if you don't irrigate that plant every day or every 2 days or whatever? It's going to die. It's going to slowly die. If you don't irrigate your relationship, it's going to die. And that's the way it goes. There's no other way. It's going to die. So once you have that vision, where you want to be, start thinking about what you're going to do to get there. Whatever it is, I don't care. It's your life, the way you are, your thoughts. But do things to make sure that that person that you're with is happy. And that person that you're with is satisfied in everything in their life. Not only sex, in everything. Now this takes me to the next step, and that's sex. What do you do in sex? Yes, I know it's difficult because once you've done everything, you've tried almost everything with that person, you've had sex everywhere, you've had sex in different positions, you know what they like, you know what the other person likes, you know how they, sort of like gets boring, right? And yes, when we do, it's like when we eat the same thing every day. We get bored, I guess. We want something different. Now in sex is similar to that. There's other things involved as well. There's some emotions, and there's other things involved, but it's similar. So we need to make sure that we keep it alive, and keeping it alive takes work as well. Like what I was saying before about work, now you need to work again on that. And that means doing similar things, doing small things like having sex in different places. Okay, that's one of them. Having sex, unexpected sex, that's one of the best ones. Actually, what I do with my partner, we say, okay, once a week, one of us has to do something special for the other in terms of sex. Okay, massage. One has to actually find a moment to do it, sort of like the homework for the week. We have to find a place or a moment to have sex. It can be a quickie. It doesn't have to be this romantic sex every time, but find a way to keep it alive and do different things. Buy sex toys. Go on the trip and do sex in a tropical paradise. I don't know. Many things that you can do, and every day as well. All right. Try things. Try to give her a type of orgasm she's never had. Maybe a squirting orgasm. Maybe anal sex. I don't know. Anything you want. Fantasy. There's so many fantasies you can do. Role playing. Hundreds of them. There's so many you can do. Actually, there's a video here on fantasies that you can watch. But there's so many more. And that's it. That's how you save your sexual relationship. That's how you can make a sexual relationship last very, very, very long. Because if there's love, it's a pity that it doesn't go long. Some people think that we don't have sex anymore, so I don't love her or I don't love him. It's not like that. You love that person. It's that you need to recover that spice. You need to recover that will. And that happens when you actually have that goal and you do the small things, the daily things, the rituals of every day that will take you there. And that's the way it goes. So this video is too long now. I know it's gone a bit too much more than I wanted, but I think it's very important because I believe in long-term relationships. I do truly believe that it's the best way to have sex as well. There's also something that you can do is like Tantra. I'm not going to talk about that because I'm not actually an expert in Tantra, but there's something that you can actually investigate because that actually is a way of connecting more spiritually. Okay, if you're into that, it's a great thing to do. So, but the thing is that long-term relationships, when you know the other person, it's a lot easier to actually give them a good sex and good orgasms because there's confidence, there's respect, and there's trust. Okay, if that's in your relationship, if you have respect, love, and trust, your relationship can go forever. All right. So recover that passion. I hope that this video helps you to recover that passion, that will to be there, and understanding how sexual relationships work in the long term. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. 2 thumbs up if you really like this video. Make sure you click on my blog down here. There's a link. You can go there and you learn more about sex and how to become the best lover you can be. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.